Okay, question 21. We're asked to find an equation of the line passing through C. So passing through point C on our diagram. There's a line that passes through here and it's perpendicular to AB. Now what does perpendicular mean? That means at right angles. So we're going to need to draw a line on our diagram that passes through AB at right angles. So here we are. This is our perpendicular line now. The blue line is perpendicular to the black line because they have to meet at right angles. And we're looking for the equation of that line. Okay? So the first thing we need to do is work out the gradient. So the gradient of a line can be found by doing the difference in the y coordinates. So 2 y values minus 2 x values from points on that line. Now I only have 1 point on the blue line, but I do have 2 points on the black line. So I could work out the gradient of this black line here. So let's do that. So what are the values that I will use? Let's have a look. So A and B, the coordinates are here. 2 coordinates. The y value, let's call this coordinate 2, and this one coordinate 1. The y value is 6, and the y value from point A is 0. So 6 take away 0, all over. Just do the x's now. 1 and minus 3, so 1 minus a minus 3. Be careful with that bit. And then simplify. So this 6 take away 0 is 6, and then on the bottom we're going to have 1 minus minus 3, which is going to give me a 4, which I can simplify down to 3 over 2. And it's nice to keep it as a fraction, because when you want to find out the gradient of a line that's perpendicular to the one you've just found out, so I can use this answer, the gradient of the black line. So that's the gradient of the black line. I can use a rule to work out the gradient of the blue line because they're perpendicular. And the rule is that the gradient of the blue line must be the negative reciprocal of the black line. Alright, so negative means make it negative. So, okay, the gradient of the blue line must be a minus, because this one was positive. That was a positive value, so it must be negative. Reciprocal means just turn your fraction upside down. So minus 2 over 3. That's the gradient for the blue line. Alright, so I'm going to put this on. We normally call gradients m, and that's minus 2/3. Okay, so the equation of a straight line, normally we use y equals mx plus c. The m is the gradient, and the c is the y-intercept. Okay, so we know the gradient, but we also know the coordinates of point C. So I also know a value for y and a value for x, because I have the coordinates here of point C. So what I could do is I could say, right, okay, let's take that equation, y equals mx plus c. I don't know what this bit here, the y-intercept is, but if I put in everything else that I know, maybe I could work it out. So I know the y value for c is up here on the left hand is 2. So coordinate 2 equals, the gradient is minus 2/3 times x. Well, times x, what we've got for the x value, x is 5 plus c. So now I have an equation with only c missing, so I can work out what c is. So let's try and work this out. If we times, I don't really like to have all of this business together, so let's work this out first. When you times a fraction, you only ever times the top. So minus 2/3 times 5, we just need to do minus 2 times 5. So 2 equals minus 2 times 5 is minus 10, but that's still over 3, plus c. Okay, and then here it's give your answer in the form, well, we can start by getting rid of our fractions. There's no fractions here. So we need to times everything by 3. 2 times 3. So let's write this down somewhere. We're going to times by 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Minus 10 over 3 times 3 with a 3 will just cancel out, so that's minus 10. and that would be plus, well, this is going to have to be times by 3 as well, so 3c. And what have we got? We've got 6 minus 10, so that would be 6 add 10, would be 16 equals 3c. So c must be divided by 3, so c, put it over here somewhere, c must be equal to 16 divided by 3, if we rearrange this last little bit that we had here. So c is 16 over 3, and then let's try and put that into the full version of the equation again. So we're going to put our m and our c into here now. So y equals, the gradient was minus 2 over 3, x plus the intercept, which was positive 16 over 3. But we can't leave it like that because the form that we want it in has no fractions. It has to be integers. A, B and C have to be whole numbers. So we're going to get rid of the fractions, and it's easy to do. We just times by the denominator. It's the same denominator on both. So we're going to times again by 3, and that will leave me with 3y equals, if we times by 3, just get rid of the bottom bit, so minus 2x plus 16. Okay, and then you might want to put this term over to the left hand side, as that's what it says here, just to copy their form exactly. So I'd have 3y plus 2x, so when I move it over, equals 16. Okay, hope that was useful.